of what we're doing. So it's true that emotion's always there, just that it doesn't have any like it. Do you know the distinction between the context of discovery and the context of justification?
I tears.
It's in the philosophy of science.
I was actually taking this class this semester before I had to medically withdraw. Okay.
Right. Well, I mean, basically, it's that the way in which we come to recognize the truth of something doesn't have any sort of say on whether or not we are justified in holding it to be true. So the way in which we come to know that something is good or not is not the same as how we would go about justifying it. And so I think in the context of our discovering what is going to be the correct moral system, emotions are present, but for their justification and for their truth, emotion simply can't play any part at the end of the day, unless you're like an emotivist or you're an intuitionist, for example. But I mean, I vehemently reject both of those things.
Okay, so I guess we are just like, I guess that not having a different definition of emotion, but having a different,
more broad.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Because to me, like, and yeah, I guess it just kind of is semantics, whatever. For me, it is like,
I think that's most philosophy, though.
Yeah, no, honestly, yeah, though. Yeah, because to me it's, since technically all these things come because, like, why do we feel right or wrong, and right or wrong, those are, like, originally feelings, which then we justify, like, you know, then when I personally boil it down, I'm like, okay, it goes back to emotion. But I see your point of view that to you it's not like, oh, it doesn't go back to emotion, it's just related to emotion.
Right.
Yeah, so it's just a small distinction there, but not anything that's like, I guess,
but it's
like,
an important one to be drawn, because having this discussion is beneficial, because I'll know that I need to frame it differently. I need to, like, be very clear that I'm talking about the justification of the moral principle as opposed to coming to know it, which is very important distinction that needs to be drawn, for sure.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Cool. We agree on this. I feel cool. Not cool. I feel like, yeah, like chilly.
Hell yeah. Feels good. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's rare, kind of, on Twitch. I feel like when, I don't know, when people disagree on something or having discussions on something, I kind of feel like a lot of times it ends like in a screaming match a little bit. So it's cool to have like kind of distinctions and then like come to a common ground. I don't know. I'm a nerd. I get excited over shit like that.
I agree 100%. It's true. And it's rare to find. Most people are, you know, I mean, I did that on the Raj Royale, right? But that's for a very different purpose than, you know, arriving at the truth. Most people aren't doing content because they want to find out what's true ultimately, or if they are, they will sometimes have to do more theatrical things so that they can expose their viewers to the truth, right? The screaming is just a means to, you know, some other end, I guess, at the end of the day.
Yeah, which I think is like why I kind of sometimes struggle in podcasts and stuff, because it's like, I don't want to scream, I just want to talk.
Yeah. I mean, that's awful. Like, have you been on the Royale?
I have not. I'm interested in it, but I don't even like know like the means to get there or whatever. And I'm kind of a little bit scared that people are just going to be like eating me. Yeah. Just like
I don't even know how. I think Raj just PM'd me one day or something because he'd seen me talking to Destiny and he asked. But I'm not sure what the total process is getting on. But I mean, you know, it's just pure entertainment for people at the end of the day, and the whole purpose really is to clout, I think. So, I mean, there are people on there that will say differently, but I mean, come on. If you watch it, you know, you know, there's not a ton of rational, very in-depth conversations going on there. It is mostly a bunch of screaming at each other, unfortunately. And yeah, if you are, you know, if you are not the type of person that can, you know, take the reins and really be able to constantly talk over people. That, like, I saw people complaining a thread about me that I kept talking over people. But the reality is, if you don't talk over people, you basically don't chat at all, and then you get voted out. So you have to be, you have to be very, you sort of, in order to get far, you do have to be a bit of a dick, honestly.
So here's the thing. I feel like I could do it if I viewed it as a game. Because whenever I go, like, into, like, gaming mode or whatever, I can become, like, ruthless. Like, nice little me is gone. I'm, like, a sociopath, basically. Right? But then I'm like, I guess, low-key afraid. Because then I'm like, I don't want other people on the Royale to think I hate them. Because I love, like, 5% or more people on Twitch. So I don't want them to get the impression that, like, I want them dead, you know?
I think that's true. And I mean, but usually you can, I think most people recognize that it's in, just the context of the show, and that, a lot of the stuff that you're saying is just hyperbole and over exaggerated just for the sake of getting far in it. So I don't know. I think as long as you reach out to them afterwards or even within the show, then that's okay.
So if I ever get on, I'll take that, like, note of advice. I'll be like, hi, I don't hate you. I'm just looking at this as a game.
Yes, exactly. I mean, that's how I approached it too, was just treating it like a game, like it was. And it's not necessarily about screaming as much as it is just being assertive with yourself and willing to, sometimes speak over other people, or really have a certain kind of, like, because there are like Destiny, for example, he is naturally able to take the conversation where he wants, because he has a very domineering presence, and that comes with just his big audience, right? So, but there, for like me, right, that I don't have that, so you sometimes chime in a lot more, and sometimes speak over other people just as a result. So,
Well, I really enjoyed this conversation. Thank you so much.
No, I did too. It was great.
I'm like,
I'd love to talk to you again sometime.
Yes. I after I sent you that message, I was like, oh, he didn't respond. Like, I shouldn't send him another one. I'll seem like, like...
I've gotten a bunch of and I'm just awful at responding to it. I need to figure out a way to get better at it. So.
Bro, no, I feel that. I feel so bad when people message me and I don't realize they didn't respond until like a month later. I'm like, no, please have mercy. I hope you have a good night. But... Oh yeah, no, that is, it's a feel. Well, have a good night, dude. Sleep well.
Yeah.
Thank you for the conversation.
For sure. And I'll hopefully talk to you again sometime soon.
So yeah, that was a good conversation. That was productive. I feel happy. I feel chill. Damn, I'm chilling right now. This is a chill day. Fuck, give me a second. I'm checking something out. Yeah. Well, fuck. I'm like pulling up my shit. Wholesome ending. I agree. It was a wholesome ending. It was totally wholesome. I have the warm feels, It was good vibes. Oh, I liked you talking to him. I'm glad. I like I don't know, in podcasts I get like very nervous kind of because you're talking to a lot of people and everybody's trying to talk over to each other, but I really enjoy the one-on-one conversations with people, and I felt like this was productive or just entertaining. Like,